Hello everyone, welcome to today's tutorial. Today we will be doing some demonstration about patterns, and actually this is the question from one of my viewers. Let me show you what she means. My viewers actually this young lady actually sent me a message. She wants to know how do you adjust commercial pattern. What I just wanted to tell you guys is that if you is the first time you are watching my channel, thank you so much. You're welcome. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you can subscribe to my channel because you're going to learn some things, some techniques on how to do some certain things. Because the fact is that with some people, they have ways of doing things. You can always learn. Doesn't matter if you are professional or not. You can always learn something from others. And so with this pattern, this is a commercial pattern. Sometimes if you can see a nice pattern in the shop, you really want to buy, you don't want to draft, or you don't like drafting pattern, you can just buy your pattern and um, do whatever you want to do. You can trace it out, but the adjustment you can always do it. One thing is that with people with this pattern, actually it is a bit short, because sometimes when you go to the shop as well, it's difficult to get um, really conducive pattern that you really wanted to use, the length, the size and things like that. It's difficult, but you don't have to worry about that. You just buy whatever pattern you want, you really like, and then you can do the adjustment of that pattern. For instance, with this very particular pattern, you can see the sizes are okay, the sizes are just different. So what you do, you just trace your size that you want. You make sure you put all your markings, and then here you can see this line. This line actually indicates where you can adjust your length. You can cut it from here when you finish tracing your pattern, and then you put paper under it, and then you can extend whatever centimeter or inches you want. Some people, however, do extend at the bottom, the hemline, but I will not advise to do that. It's not always a good idea to do that, but there is no rules. You can do that if that's what you want. Because the reason I don't do that is because when I extend it here, I got to adjust here as well. Because this is the back pattern, I got to adjust here as well. But for me to be more easier, I just cut it right here. I put my paper under it and measure what I want, and then automatically it's lengthening. You don't need to do anything here. So let me show you what I mean. What is the pattern? This is the pattern I drafted earlier. You can see how it is, just like this. So when you are drafting, make sure you add your all the markings, because the marking will enable you to actually sew it. Let me put this here to this. Okay. So this indicates this is the back center, and this is the split. We're going to do that, and this is the front side. And you can see this indicates you place the front pattern in your fold of your fabric. Alright, so this is what I did. I traced everything out, so I want to actually adjust this part. So I will take my scissors. So let me take this away. This pattern is done now. Alright, so this is what I did. I cut it out. Alright, and just let me open it from here. rounding it. But when you are actually tracing your pattern, you can check if the pattern is actually inclusive sewing allowance. But if not included, then when you finish your adjustment, then you can add your sewing allowance. I always do that before you cut out your pattern, because when you do that, then when you are sewing, when you are cutting, you don't have to add anything. However, it's for you actually. You can do it. You can actually do it later after you finish your pattern. Okay. So this is it now. So this line is what I'm going to cut now. Just cut in the middle. Okay. So this is that one. So this is the front. So let's cut the back. So this is the green line. So you make sure this line it is aligned with the other one. So that is why we're going to use this for demonstration purposes. Alright. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put my paper in between. I'm going to measure how many inches or centimeters that I want to add to it. Let me get my okay. So you can add like if it is like 10 centimeter, you can add 10 centimeter to it. And let's just say we add 10 centimeter to it. So this is 10 centimeter. Alright. So maybe I'll use marker to mark it and I know. Alright. So that is that. I'm marking right now. So the next step I'm going to do now, make sure that the lines are together. Okay. So you can see, so I mark that line. It is okay like this now. Okay. Alright. Okay. So it's straight. And straight. So then I will take my self tip. I'll just hold it like this. Hold it like this. You can see the reason I marked here, then I can able to adjust it actually. Okay, now there you go. Make sure it is marked as well. Okay, so you can see. You just hold it. Alright. So the reason I mark this point now, just to keep it steady, and when it shifted, you're in trouble. Right. So that is how it goes. Right. So this is it. So let's measure again. You can see it is straight. Okay, this is 10. This is 10 centimeter. 10 centimeter is about 4 inches. So And in this pattern, I'm going to right now that I'm going to add extra sewing allowance. So what you do now, you just connect this line. That line, let me connect for you right now. So you can see, and then you connect this straight line as well. I'll do the same thing here. Today with this, I will use my curve roller. I use my curve roller to do that because I don't want it to. Okay, I want it to be curved from here. Alright. Okay, so we want the curve to be here. You can see it really looks nice. Alright, so this is how I extend my pattern. You can now see that the pattern is long. Let's see now if the pattern is to the let's see the length of the pattern right now. Alright, so we have 68. Yes, that's exactly how the centimeter the client want to have it, the length of the skirt. So however, bottom you're going to add like maybe what this is just good, it's just like 4 centimeter, 4 centimeter, 4 centimeter. Okay, so this length is okay. 4 centimeter is about almost 2 inches. Okay, so we will leave it like this. With the next step we're going to do now is to cut it out, and then we will do our pattern. We will now cut it again. So now let me just cut off the. You just leave this here. Just leave it here. I just want to trim this off. So let me put my tape so that I can. Put my tape. As it that. So it is now. I see that the pattern is done now. So what you like is that you can put your pattern like this to cut your fabric, or you go ahead and draw it so that you can have your pattern in one piece. Okay, so we'll cut this one off now. That's what I'm doing. So we cut off the top. The next step we're going to do now is to trace our paper. You can do it like this, you can leave it like this. Like this is quite secure, but for the fact that I want to keep this pattern for this client, or I will give it to her to make her own pattern. So in that case, I am going to trace my pattern. Put it away. So this is what we do. You can do here, you can do like this. Let's do it like this. I hope you guys can see everything. Okay, alright. So I put my cotton weight to keep it straight. So that's it. Okay. So you just have to trace it. It's very easy. See? So all you do, just trace it like this. So you put your roller. You put your ruler and then it's just really straight. Then do this as well. You do what is easy for you. If you use ruler like this, it will be easier. But if you want to do it by hand, you just trace it out. Up to you actually. So, so this is it. So this is the let me just do it on paper. Okay, there you go. So so you can do it like this as well. To freehand, just do like this. Like that. So do it as well. Can use pencil actually. Do what is easy for you. Okay, don't forget this. Okay. So I put a dot here so that it can show at the bottom, so that I will know where I have my dots. Alright. So all these markings, make sure you transfer them. Transfer them in. Okay. So that is that. So that is the marking. So now we transfer this point as well. You can do that by, you can so just measure it. This is about 24 and a half. And go to this point to measure 24 and a half. Right. You have that point. Alright. Okay. So that would be your splits. Alright. So then we transfer the grain. So this is the gray line. So now that we have here is the marking here. So all the marking, this is being transferred. So I'm going to take this also so I can draw my gray line. You see? So now I'm going to draw that straight. Alright, so this is the dots. So you can see it's just the same. This is that. I'll show you the way show you. You can see this is what we adjusted. This is what we adjusted. You can see all the marking is on it. This is just a straight line. So it's done. Here is this. Alright. So all the marking is being transferred, so you can go ahead now and cut your fabric. So you can add at this moment. You can add your sewing allowance, or when you want to draft your pattern, or when you want to cut your pattern, you can add your allowance in your fabric that you are cutting. But this hemline, we already add our sewing allowance, the hemming allowance. We already did it, so we are not going to add anything to that. So you see, when we were doing here, so you see, yeah, so we add extra with these inches. We add like most 2 inches, which is 4 centimeters on this bottom. So that's just how we trace it out. So we're not going to do anything in the bottom. So here you can do something if you want. You can just add your allowance. But this pattern that we already drafted, that allowance was included. So I'm not going to add allowance in the sewing part, was included. But if not yours, you can always do that. So this is how you can adjust your pattern to the desired length that you actually wanted. Alright, so you can go ahead and cut out your pattern, and then you can make the pattern that you want. You can keep this your master block, and you can always use it to do other kinds of skirts. This is actually a pencil skirt. So I hope you understood how to adjust your pattern to the required length that you wanted, and I hope this video helped you, and I hope you learned something from it. So you go ahead and make a pattern, adjust your pattern. It's very simple to do. So one thing is that if I can do it, you can do it. So you go ahead and do that. So practice makes perfect, and I wish you a very, very good day wherever you may be, and thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Alright, so it's goodbye for me. Bye everyone.